How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back to another review. A little bit of mystery beers. A little bit of mystery beers, a little bit of Florida scent. Not born, I have no idea if it was born in Florida. But what I do know is it was sent from Florida. Was sent courtesy of Bill. Thank you very much, brother. He sent off a couple of beers from down the FL way. And I appreciate it. Mystery beers, what are they? I say this before everyone, but hey, if you're uninitiated, I'll say it again. Beers, I have no idea what they are. They're sent to me by viewers. I had not procured them myself. They're bought, or I don't know how you get them. Steal them, whatever. Hook on the corner for all I care. They take them, they wrap them up like this, and they send them to me. They wrap it up in these nice shrouds here, nice sweet little duct tape up top, so I have no idea what I'm getting into. Completely blind. I drink it, I talk about it. I'm right, wrong, somewhere in between. Let's dive into it. Label-wise, always my favorite labels. Gotta love those mystery beers. Let's see what we got. Okay. Come on, baby. No whammies. So, mystery beers. I mean, I've said this before, but reviews in general. When I do reviews, I usually do about 3 in a night. So, I usually do that about 2 to 3 times a week. That's the reason why I post 6 reviews a week. So I usually do about 3. Today I'm actually going to do 4 because I'm doing a bunch of small beers, but I have no idea what this beer is. Big, small, or somewhere in between, but I have to put it first because I have to get it right, so I can't let the other one's going to muddle me up a little bit. Anyway, what do we have here? Under pinky finger? Half pinky finger, maybe? Just kind of like weirdly off-white, south of khaki looking kind of head. Weird. Kind of weird. And what does she look like? She looks like a red ale, almost like a iced tea vibes. Let's put it that way. So yeah, she from a distance, she could be a barley wine. She could be a red ale. Man, I'm getting, when you swirl it around like that, it gives a kind of a bit more richer of a head, a bit more kind of a cat-colored head. Kind of makes me lean something malt heavy. Barley wine. Could be a sour. Could be a bunch of different things. See what the nose has. That's barley wine. It's not barley wine. It wants to be a barley wine. I'm getting rich, caramelly kind of vibes off of it. Getting a bit of caramel in there. I'm getting that sweet kind of Maris Otter style kind of malt. Man, there's a chocolate, or there's a cake or confectionery component in there. Almost like lactose, but not necessarily like lactose. Like something that's going to be a bit more kind of just like chocolate leaning as opposed to vanilla. That's kind of what I'm getting. That's pretty much it. What is that? I know what that is. I've gotten that smell before. It could be just, it's like a vanilla butterscotch kind of caramel mixture going on, but it's very soft. There's really not a big ton, huge nose kind of, nose-boggling kind of nose on it. Nose-boggling nose. Those are some high-end shit right there, words. I do have a little bit of allergies going on, so it might knock me back a bit, but it smells like a malt-forward beer. Kind of wants to be a barley wine. Doesn't smell that high in ABV, but it has a little bit of kind of nice, kind of sweet, kind of cookie, cakey, let's go cakey, kind of chocolate cakey components to it. Let's dive in. Cheers. Literally the same thing in the taste, but probably a bit more bold, a bit more in your face. I'm getting that kind of caramel vibes all the way. That sweet, it's like almost pseudo datey figgy, kind of that Sure Daddy age thing they love so much, but it's more manufactured, a little bit more synthetic. So it's got caramel vibes to it. It's got a little bit of vanilla going on. Gives me a little bit of like spicy charred brown sugar cream soda. Is the vibe I'm getting off of it. Nice mouthfeel to it, nothing too crazy. It lacks the body or the impact for me to be like, this is a high ABV beer. But I'm getting like an alcohol burn. You get evaporative alcohol from the top of it. So I'm saying it's probably up there in the 9% range, give or take. I have no idea. It's somebody's Imperial Brown Ale with coconut and vanilla. Maybe that's one of the things I haven't talked about yet. Coconut, vanilla, and cocoa powder, kind of cakey thing. Maybe like a Girl Scout cookie. What do they call the ones? damn, what are they? The Samoans. It's kind of got that vibe going. So someone made an Imperial Brown Ale Samoa cookie beer. Done and done. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I get. Not super impactful. It's got a burnt brown sugar thing that I don't like all that much, but at the same time, tight. So, these tape bottles are kind of hard, so you're going to have to bear with me here. Who is it? Mark? Is it Mark from Ohio? Sent me the ones wrapped in paper towels. I like those. Those are easy to get off. So what do we have here? We have a tequila barrel aged. Come on, baby. There we go. Tequila barrel aged. Green Room Brewing. Okay. What do we have here? We have, okay, I'm definitely not close. Well, I wouldn't say I'm not close, but I'm not super far. Okay, with Green Dragon Brewing, it's their, I can't even read what that says there. Quetzalcoatl is a Mayan Imperial Red Ale brewed with a cassava root, no idea what that means, poblano and serrano peppers. Yeah. Sure. And chocolate. Okay, I got the chocolate. I have no idea what the cassava root is. Let's put it this way. If it's anything like a root beer, kind of rooty vibe, I get that in there. The pepper thing, sure. There's a weird spiciness from it. I think that's more of a wood tannin thing than a peppery thing. Tequila barrel. Now that I know, maybe if I kind of really dig deep mentally and go, okay, yeah, sure, I can kind of get a little bit of tequila in there, but I didn't really get much of it. Not as much as I get from some other beers that have been tequila barrel aged. Yeah, it's from Green Room Brewing, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. It's an interesting beer. But it just comes off disjointed to me. The Imperial Red, I said Imperial Brown Ale. I get that now. A little bit of kind of malt-driven forwardness with a little bit extra kind of like spiciness, I guess you would say, from that kind of red ale. That's kind of how red ales work for me. Somewhere between like a base kind of brown ale and a rye. I usually get a little bit of kind of spiciness from my brown or red ales. I get it. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to do a kind of Mexican stout version of a red ale, but with a lot of probably, I'm assuming, kind of locally sourced materials. It just doesn't really land for me. What's the ABV on this sucker? Doesn't say in here. It's got to be 9%, man. That's what it's got to be right there. But yeah, I mean, I'm not getting a ton of tequila barrel in it. I'm getting a bit of wood tannin and getting a little bit of that going on. Definitely getting the chocolate. Peppers don't really come off too peppery. There's a little bit of spicy in there. I couldn't tell you, like I said, if that's coming from the barrel or coming from the chilies or whatever it is. It's an Imperial Red Ale. It's fun. It's interesting. I like the fact that it took a swing, and I'm not gonna say they missed, but they probably eked out a single base hit as far as why am I going baseball analogies right now? But yeah, it's a fine beer. It's interesting. It just comes off a little bit disconnected, a little bit too disjointed for me. The flavors, the bits and pieces that I get in there are more kind of individual flavors not melded together in a beer. And not necessarily a bad beer, just yeah. I'd like to try it fresh, and I'd like to try it with a couple years on it. Let's put it that way. Cut to the chase. This is one of the better Imperial Red Ales that I've had as of late. I mean, it might default to that because I can't remember the last one I had, but it's an okay beer. Let's just put it that way. It doesn't scream to me as a handcrafted, amazing bits and pieces of a bunch of different kind of beer, bits and pieces thrown together in a beer to make something awesome kind of thing. As more of a brewery trying to be creative, almost for the sake of trying to be creative, as opposed to just making good beer. Value and availability, no idea. Maybe Bill can chime in and leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? If you like Imperial Red Ales and you like spiciness and more of a kind of herbally way as opposed to a heat thing, you'll like this. And if you like a little cocoa in your Imperial Red Ales. But other than that, I mean, it's interesting beer. Something I definitely order if I was at the brewery, but not something I would really track down. there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Mystery beers in the books, actually. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. Type that into Google. See me doing social media stuff. Beer Massive. Type that into Google. See me doing the podcasting stuff. And if you want to send me mystery beers, send them. It's the only time I'll ask you for beers. Because I can't do them without you guys. So I like doing this shit. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a mystery beer. Hopefully enjoying a nice mystery beer right now. And I hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.